So I'm lucky enough to play Jim Bridger, who went on to be a mountain man. Jim Bridger is one of the younger members of the Rocky Mountain Fur Company, the fur trapping company that he works for. And he's sort of like an assistant or an understudy to Hugh Glass, who's played by Leonardo DiCaprio. And Jim is, I suppose, slightly caught up in what becomes a fairly kind of muddy and controversial issue where Hugh Glass is semi-buried and abandoned by the men who originally worked with him.
The only safe thing to do is track a new course back up on land.
Then what we gonna do? Sit out there like a bunch of goddamn ducks? You and your half-breed son get to walk on out? I'm talking to you.
You know, I really enjoy the opportunity to challenge myself and do something different. Yeah, it's always kind of nice playing the nice guy, especially after playing the not so nice guy. I like to think so. I think as human beings, we always try and do the right thing, and you know, we're always, I think, at least initially motivated by good intentions and morals. So I'd like to think that I share similarities with Jim.
The proper thing to do would be to finish him off quick.
He's to be cared for as long as necessary.
I understand.
You know, I think there are a lot of scenes that stick out in my mind as being very, very challenging. The main one for me is probably when we actually bury Glass and abandon him. That emotionally and physically was incredibly tough, and the technicalities of that scene made it very difficult to shoot.
Get away! Help!
The movie was very, very difficult, and it was very challenging.
What happened?
We did what we had to do.
So we played a lot of poker in our downtime, a lot of cards. I lost a lot, but we had fun then. That was when it was fun. And then on set, it was very much about the work, and it was very focused and professional.
He was buried right.
All I had was my boy, and he took him from me, you understand? He's afraid.
He's performed so many great works, you know, from Amores Perros to 21 Grams. I loved Birdman too, so a huge fan of him.
He knows how far I came to find him.
You know, I felt so lucky to get the opportunity to work with them, two actors that, you know, I'd admired, you know, growing up, and so I'd never thought that the opportunity to work with them would come so early in my career. You know, I thought it was kind of a hope for the future, and yeah, the fact it became a reality at this stage is something that, you know, I feel very grateful for. For me personally, I think he's solidified himself as one of the best actors ever.
I ain't afraid to die anymore. I've done it already.